We are moving now to the MEA press briefing.
Jessica.
Hi, sir. This is Jessica for DD India. So could you tell us more about the critical minerals ministerial that Dr. Jaishankar took part in along with 50 other nations? Some more details about what all was discussed and what all is being planned.
Rishabh.
Sir, good afternoon. Rishabh from Times Now. So there was a bipartisan US delegation that came to India last week. If you can give us more details, what were the discussions like and what were the main focus of the delegation?
Okay, Reza.
Reza from Hindustan Times. Just a quick clarification on the critical minerals ministerial. There is talk about US creating a stockpile of critical minerals. Are we looking at joining that? And if there is any clarity on how materials will be allocated from that stockpile?
Okay, so let's, Aishi, first come to your question. Insofar as India's energy security or energy sourcing is concerned, the government has stated publicly on several occasions, including me here, that ensuring the energy security of 1.4 billion Indians is the supreme priority of the government. Diversifying our energy sourcing in keeping with objective market conditions and evolving international dynamics is at the core of our strategy to ensure this. All of India's decisions are taken and will be taken with this in mind. भारत की ऊर्जा आपूर्ति के संबंध में भारत ने कई मौकों पर सार्वजनिक रूप से कहा है कि 140 करोड़ भारतीयों का हित, उनकी ऊर्जा सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित करना हमारी सरकार की सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है। इस लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने के लिए बाजार स्थितियों और बदलते अंतर्राष्ट्रीय घटनाक्रमों के अनुरूप अपनी ऊर्जा स्रोतों में विविधता लाना हमारी रणनीति का मूल आधार है। भारत के सभी कदम इस बात को ध्यान में रखकर उठाए गए हैं और भविष्य में भी उठाए जाएंगे। Also, since she asked related question to Venezuela, so I would like to answer that as well. See, as far as Venezuela is concerned, it has been a long-standing partner for us in the area of energy, both on the trade side and as also on the investment side. We were importing energy or crude oil from Venezuela till 2019-20, and thereafter we had to stop. Again, we started buying oil from Venezuela in 2023-2024, but had to stop, which were halted because of reimposition of sanctions. As you are aware that Indian PSUs, they have established partnership with the National Oil Company of Venezuela, PDVSA, and they have our PSUs have maintained presence in the country since 2008. Consistent with our approach to energy security, India remains open to exploring the commercial merits of any crude supply options, including from Venezuela. In regard to your question, Commerce and Industry Minister has already spoken. In fact, today also he has given a statement, so I would refer you to please have a look at those statements for clarity on the issues that you raised. Keshav, responding to your question regarding report by Bloomberg, I would like to say that there is absolutely no basis for that report. No such meeting or no such visit has taken place. On Iran, the 16 sailors that you mentioned, we've had consular access. Our consulate in Bandar Abbas, our officials in Bandar Abbas, they have gone and met them. Of those 16, 8 people, this is what we have been informed by the Iranian authorities, 8 of them have been released and they will be returning home as and when necessary formalities in their regard for the travel is completed. In regard to the other the remaining 8 sailors, we are in touch with Iranian authorities and we'll see how best to support them. for whatever need they may have. On critical minerals partnership, Jessica, External Affairs Minister, attended this meeting, which was hosted by the US side. We had over 50 countries who participated. If I remember correctly, 54 plus European Union, 54 countries plus European Union participated in the meeting. External Affairs Minister was there. He, after he made his remarks, and in his remarks he highlighted the challenges of excessive concentration and the importance of de-risking supply. He also talked about structured international cooperation. He also highlighted India's efforts towards greater resilience through national critical mineral mission that we have, a rare earth corridor and responsible commerce, and he conveyed support for the FORGE initiative that has been set in motion post this critical minerals partnership. Reza, in regard to your question, I don't have any further details, but I can tell you that India is supportive of FORGE initiative, which in a sense replaces critical mineral initiatives that was there earlier in place. Rishabh, on your question regarding the US delegation, this delegation comprising 3 congressmen, they visited India from 25th to 27th. We have regular exchanges with the US Congress members and us, regular dialogue, conversations going, and it's an important part of our India-US comprehensive strategic partnership that we have. These 3 congressmen who were here, they were Representative Mike Rogers, he's a Republican from Alabama, Representative Adam Smith, he's a Democrat from Washington, and Representative Jimmy Patronis, he's a Republican from Florida. It was a bipartisan delegation that we had here. They were also accompanied by senior staff members. They had a meeting, they called on the External Affairs Minister. They also had a meeting with Defense Secretary. Discussion centered around bilateral ties, bilateral cooperation, matters of trade, Ukraine issue, what we are doing together in the Indo-Pacific. They also had a meeting with industry leaders, in particular in the defense sector. So overall, it was a good meeting, and the fact that it was a bipartisan congressional delegation from the US reflects that there is strong bipartisan support for India-US relations. Can we move forward? Uma?
उमाशंकर सिंह, इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट। हमने विदेश मंत्री की तरफ से आया बयान भी देखा है और कॉमर्स मिनिस्ट्री की तरफ से आया बयान भी देखा है। सवाल यह है कि जिस तरह के बयान अमेरिका की तरफ से आ रहे हैं, चाहे कृषि मंत्री की तरफ से हों या व्हाइट हाउस प्रवक्ता की तरफ से, क्या लगता है कि जिस सेंसिटिविटी नेचर का ये डील है उसमें इस तरह का आगे बढ़ के बयान देना, जबकि वर्क स्टिल अंडर प्रोग्रेस है, तो क्या वो किसी तरह से डिप्लोमेटिक नॉर्म्स का उल्लंघन है?
ओके, मधु।
सर, मधुरेंद्र, मैं न्यूज़ से। LAC की जो स्थिति है, खासतौर पे डिसइंगेजमेंट और पेट्रोलिंग की बहाली को लेकर, उस पर कई तरह के सवाल खड़े हो रहे हैं और एक किताब को भी कोट किया जा रहा है जो अनपब्लिश्ड है। चूंकि दोनों ही बातचीत में MEA पार्टिसिपेंट रहा है, चाहे WMCC की बात करें या कोर कमांडर लेवल टॉक की बात करें, तो क्या जो मौजूदा स्थिति है उसको MEA अपने डैश से स्पष्ट करना चाहेगा?
Sir, I have a related question. Dhairy from Sputnik India. I have a related question about the Russian oil, sir, issue. Sir, what's being suggested in pro-establishment US media like Fox News and others is that the US agreed to a trade deal after India agreed to stop purchasing Russian oil. So I just want a clarification if the US asked India to stop purchasing Russian oil as a precondition for agreeing to a trade deal. And sir, on a related note, Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova said yesterday that India-Russia energy cooperation has been mutually beneficial for both the countries and has helped maintain stability in international crude market. Do you share that assessment, sir? Thank you.
Brahm.
सर, ब्रह्म प्रकाश द्विवेदी न्यूज़ से। मेरा सवाल सर US के साथ ट्रेड डील को लेकर है। जिस तरह से अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति ने ट्वीट किया था, उसके बाद से भारत की तरफ से कोई उस पर ऑफिशियल जानकारी सामने नहीं आई थी, तो क्या ये भारत की तरफ से मामला उठाया गया है? क्योंकि यूएस की तरफ से लगातार ट्रेड डील पर बयान आ रहे हैं, लेकिन भारत की तरफ से इस पर कोई स्थिति स्पष्ट नहीं है। संसद में भी इसी बात को लेकर विपक्ष मुद्दा उठा रहा है कि क्या ये दबाव में फैसला किया गया या स्थिति क्या है, या कृषि क्षेत्र खोला गया है अमेरिका के लिए, ये क्या नहीं, अगर आप स्थिति स्पष्ट करें। थैंक यू।
Kadambini Sharma, independent journalist. Sir, just a clarification about Venezuelan oil. Will it be coming via US, and if so, what is the legality and long-term legal viability of this?
Okay. So, उमा शंकर, आपका पहला सवाल, देखिए व्यापार समझौता के लेके बारे में कॉमर्स मिनिस्ट्री और कॉमर्स मिनिस्टर हमारे वाणिज्य मंत्री का बयान आया है, और उन्होंने एक प्रेस वार्ता भी किया था जिसमें शायद आप लोग में से काफ़ी लोग वहाँ गए थे। उसके अलावा कल उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में भी अपनी बात रखी है और आज भी कुछ स्टेटमेंट जारी किया है। तो मैं आपसे चाहूँगा कि आपसे आग्रह करूँगा कि आप उन स्टेटमेंट पे ध्यान दें। उसके आगे मेरे लिए कुछ कहने के लिए नहीं है, और उसमें काफ़ी सारी स्पष्टता भी है, तो आपको उससे लाभ होगा। मधु, जहाँ तक चीन का सवाल है, एलएसी का सवाल है, जब जब हमारी द्विपक्षीय वार्ता होती है तो हम आपको अपने माध्यम से, हमारे प्रेस विज्ञप्ति के माध्यम से आपको बताते हैं कि किस प्रकार की कोशिश चल रही है वहाँ पर शांति और शांति और स्थिरता बनाए रखने के लिए। आपको हम इस पर जानकारी देते रहेंगे। जहाँ तक किताब की बात कही और सब चीज़ों की बात कही, तो उस पर मेरे ख्याल से पिछले कुछ दिनों में, सालों में उस पर बातचीत हुई है। रक्षा मंत्रालय का भी कुछ इस पर निर्णय लिया है। आप उस बात को देखें कि क्या उनका क्या रवैया रहा है, क्या रुख रहा है, किस प्रकार का पक्ष उन्होंने इस पर रखा है। There on energy sourcing, I told you what government of India's policy is, and in the beginning when I started this conference, I told you where we are on energy sourcing, so I would refer you to my remarks made earlier. ब्रह्म, देखिए कृषि क्षेत्र के बारे में चाहे कोई और भी मुद्दे हैं, इस पे स्पष्ट रूप से हमारे वाणिज्य मंत्री ने कहा है, उन्होंने अपना स्टेटमेंट जारी किया है, बातें की हैं, तो उससे मेरे ख्याल से आप अगर उस स्टेटमेंट को पढ़ें तो उसमें आपको उसमें काफ़ी सारी स्पष्टता मिल जाएगी। ऑन वेनेजुएला अगेन, कादम्बिनी, we have, as I told you, there's a history of engagement with Venezuela. We have long-standing energy partnership with them, and we remain open to exploring options of availability of crude oil from Venezuela and other places, depending on its commercial viability. Neeraj?
सर, नीरज हूँ, News18 इंडिया से। जमाते इस्लामी ने घोषणा पत्र जारी किया है, बांग्लादेश चुनाव को लेकर कुछ वादे किए हैं। उसमें भारत के साथ कंस्ट्रक्टिव, पीसफुल और फ्रेंडली रिलेशन हो, इसका जिक्र किया है। भारत इस कमेंट को कैसे देखता है, जबकि भारत का बार बार ये कहना है कि भारत बांग्लादेश में समावेशी चुनाव चाहता है, जबकि अवामी लीग को उस चुनाव में शामिल होने की परमिशन नहीं है।
नीरज?
सर नमस्कार, नीरज दुबे हूँ प्रभा साक्षी से। सर, ओमान में मीटिंग होनी है अमेरिका और ईरान की, इसको भारत कैसे देखता है? और विदेश मंत्री जयशंकर जी की मार्को रूबियो से जो बातचीत में ईरान को लेकर क्या कुछ वार्ता हुई, इस पर अगर कुछ प्रकाश डालना चाहें।
मेघा?
Good afternoon, sir. Megha from NewsX. My question about the statement that has been released just now by the Commerce Minister, saying that there is going to be a joint statement that is going to be issued both by US and Indian officials. Is it going to be physically issued in India or in America? Are there any American officials expected to come to India, or any Indian officials headed to United States of America? And also about the FTA, he said by mid-March is what is expected that the FTA is going to be signed. Is it going to be signing of the deal virtually, physically? Is the Prime Minister going to America, or the US President coming to India?
Raghavendra?
Yeah. So this is Raghavendra Verma from German television ZDF. This is regarding the European Union trade deal. So what, do we have a timeline of the actual signing of the deal? Is it correct that presently only the legal vetting of the details of the deal has been pending? And with the US deal, would it be a similar one, something which will be signed and then later on vetted? And what would be the actual deal? And in India, the process goes only to the approval through cabinet and not from the parliament. Is it correct? Unlike European Union?
Manas?
Good afternoon. Just a little clarification. There has been confusion about the US tariff now. In fact, as of now, what is the tariff actually? It is 18% from 25%, or it is 18% from 50%? And any in fact, do you think President Trump has jumped the gun on the trade deal?
Okay. So first, नीरज आपका सवाल देखिए, बांग्लादेश में जो चुनाव होना है उसके बारे में हमने कई दफ़ा हमारा अपना पक्ष रखा है, तो मैं चाहूँगा कि आप जो हम लोगों ने इस पर बात रखी है, समावेशी चुनाव के बारे में कहा है, उस पर आप ध्यान दें। नीरज, ईरान वाली बात, देखिए ऐसा है ना कि चुनाव के मुद्दे पे हम लोगों ने अपनी बात रखी है ना। नीरज, आपका सवाल ईरान को लेके है। भारतीय विदेश मंत्री की यात्रा 3 और 4 को अमेरिका की हुई है। इस दरमियान उन्होंने वहाँ के विदेश मंत्री से अपनी बातचीत की, साथ ही साथ वहाँ के जो ट्रेजरी सेक्रेटरी हैं उनसे भी बातचीत हुई है, और दोनों देशों के बीच में, दोनों नेताओं के बीच में कई एक सारे मुद्दों पर बातचीत हुई, जिसमें कि भौगोलिक मुद्दे भी हैं, रीजनल इश्यूज भी हैं और ग्लोबल इश्यूज भी हैं। Megha, again, Commerce Minister has given you several details in his statements. Again, today also he has spoken about the various aspects relating to the trade deal. So I would request you to please look at those details that have been shared. And if there are further developments in this regard, we'll surely share them with you. Raghavind, on India-EU FTA, there are internal, as you know, last week we had the signing of this historic landmark trade deal. Now the trade deal, the trade agreement, they have to undergo internal processes in both sides, in the European Union and also here in India. But let me tell you, both sides remain politically committed to implement the agreement as soon as possible.
I have Aditya Vadhavan joining me with more details. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. Indeed, Vaishali, the MEA has just, did a weekly press briefing that it does. Definitely on the Venezuelan oil, the MEA has released a statement wherein they've said that Venezuela has been a long-standing partner of India in the energy sector, encompassing trade and investments. The country was among India's major source of crude oil until financial year 2019-2020, which were discontinued following sanctions. Imports from Venezuela resumed in financial year 2023-24 before being halted again due to the reimposition of sanctions. Indian public sector undertakings have had a partnership with Venezuela's national oil company, PDVSA, and have been maintaining a presence in Venezuela since 2008. Consistent with India's approach to energy security, India remains open to exploring the commercial merits of any new crude supply options, including from Venezuela. And Vaishali, if you see on the Russian oil, the statement that has been released by MEA, that insofar as India's energy sourcing is concerned, the government has stated publicly on several occasions that ensuring the energy security of 1.4 billion Indians is the supreme priority of the government. Diversifying our energy sourcing in keeping with objective market conditions and evolving international dynamics is at the core of our strategy to ensure this. All of India's actions are taken and will be taken with this in mind. Vaishali, back to you.
Thanks, Aditya, for joining me. And with that, we're slipping into a short commercial break.